Happy Friday, newsies. It is I, Becca Lori Hector, here with your next installment of Neurodiversity Newsstand. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. Right? This is where once a week I do the summary of the neurodiversity news that I pull from Neurodiversity Newsstand, the groups. I have one on Facebook and one on LinkedIn. You are welcome to join either one of those. And then at the end of the week, I take about 20 minutes and I sum up what was really popular and interesting and full of discussion this week in neurodiversity news. Yay! Okay, well, welcome you guys. Welcome back. I have had an insane week. I am on pure adrenaline right now as I do this video. I had a bunch of deadlines this week, one of which was a writing project, and we all know how stressful that can be for me. Yes, and so sometimes it's hard to write on command when I have a deadline, so I try to give myself a nice space, but this time I had been thinking about it for a really long time, but I didn't sit down to write it until I had to really get down to it. And so it was a little stressful this week for me. And I had many weekends. Look, I am struggling. You see, I can feel it. I can feel the struggle. I can feel that I'm almost out of spoons. Yeah, I had so many meetings this week, and I had so many deadlines that I felt like all of a sudden everybody was back to work. That's how it felt to me. Of course, that's not the case at all, but that's the kind of week that I had. And I'm feeling a little tired from it. I am running on my last spoon to deliver you Neurodiversity Newsstand. And then I think I've earned a weekend of doing nothing. And other than hiking and spending time out with my dogs, I think I will do nothing. Because I think I deserve it. But it was just that kind of crazy week. And it was good though. So I had some stuff come out this week, and then I also had some stuff I had to get in. But I had my last meeting this morning, and you guys are it for me. So let's get to it with the last of my energy. I am excited. I wish I had something more exciting to share with you or something more to tell you, but I feel like I've just spent this entire week basically taking the dogs out and sitting in front of my computer. It was just that kind of week for me, so I don't have much to share, I guess, in terms of that. We are having a lot of success, though, in our little live stream support group type thingy. So on Tuesdays, I do a, excuse me, I do a live stream on this YouTube channel here that if you'd like to see, all you have to do is subscribe. But yeah, I do a live stream every week, and it's a group of us that are kind of regularly on at the same time, and then a bunch of people that watch afterwards. And I treat it like kind of a support group right there on live stream. And I talk about a particular topic, and I cover how it's related to autism, how I deal with it, and it's just kind of a nice, comfortable sharing, and we all share and chat. And it's super fun. So come hang out with us there, subscribe here, because I had a really good one this week, and that's what I was thinking about was how fun it was this week to do the live stream, and how I noticed that actually it's picking up, and that I'm getting a lot more views of the live stream than I was getting, and actually these views are dropping, or they're equalizing or something. But yeah, it's been sort of another cat hair always on me somewhere. And yeah, that's been interesting to see. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the live stream. If you haven't checked it out yet, please head over and subscribe to this channel, and then catch me on Tuesdays at 2:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about next week. I don't really decide until the day before, and that makes it exciting. It's sort of like real life. You don't always know how your support group is going to go down. But yeah, so last week I talked about anxiety and depression. I think this week coming up, I'm probably going to cover burnout and shutdown, because it was kind of a tie in a poll which one of those you guys wanted to hear about. Yeah, and then I've of course been working on my course, which I'll tell you more about at the end of here, because you know I always save my stuff for the end in case you don't feel like listening to my garbage. But I am working on or I have put together already, and it's up and out and ready for registration, a 3-unit virtual course on personal development for autistic adults. It's called Self-Defined Living, A Path to a Quality Autistic Life. Head over to my website, beccalori.com, to check that out. You can get discount packages on multi-units and all kinds of fun extras. So check it out. And that's really all I've got going on. I really had my head in the sand this whole week just working on the computer. So let's get on to the news, some of which I had to catch up on myself this morning before I could record. As always, I will begin with whatever COVID articles that we have coming out. And we've got a few this week, actually, not all bad. Still talking about some of this stuff. So CNET once again talks about how COVID exposes the hypocrisy over lack of disability accommodations. That the accommodations that so many disabled folks have asked for were quickly rolled out to the masses as soon as lockdown began. And that's makes me angry. It's frustrating. I know I've had to shift my entire life because the idea of working for somebody else without accommodations just doesn't work for me. And that's what I was struggling with. So it's been interesting to see them come to be quite so simply and easily. And in fact, I just wrote a piece about it that'll be coming out in Autism Spectrum News shortly in a special COVID edition. So keep your eyes out for that. But this article was on CNET. Baltimore Sun, a Carroll County family created a comic to help their daughter cope with the pandemic disruptions. I just spoke to a group of people yesterday too, and we were talking about what to do about how COVID has disrupted our routines and all of that stuff. And my advice was start again, create a new routine for yourself and make it one that works for you. And that was just my advice on that. But this is a side note that these folks out in Baltimore have put together a comic to help their daughter understand it and be less fearful. And it is now available for download. So you can check that out. As always, anything I talk about here will have a link down in the description that you can follow, and you can definitely take a look at the comic that they are making available. In the Sydney Morning Herald, so coming to us from Australia, coming to me from Australia, wherever you guys are, I don't know. So coming to me from Australia, school refusers are thriving in the remote learning environment. Big old giant duh on that. Most of us that were school refusers, myself included, it had everything to do with being in the physical environment of school and having to socialize all day, and nothing to do with whether or not I could complete the academic work. And so we're finding that the kids that aren't being forced to attend school, that really struggle with being in that environment, do better when they're not forced to. So duh, but glad it's in writing. Moving along, here in the States, actually out on Long Island, Antonio's old stomping grounds out in Long Island, Nassau Community College, to cut program helping students with autism. So they have a program that's really well loved at Nassau County Community College for students on the autism spectrum that kind of help them through college, help them get in, help them stay, all of that stuff. And it is being shut down. And the reason they say, money because of COVID. So a lot of money is being lost or needed. Money's not coming in because events aren't happening at the school, so they're needing to cut programming, and that's where they're starting, ladies and gents. If you are from Long Island and you think that should not happen, I guess get involved. You can head over to the start of the article right here with ABC. It'll be in the description. But let them know that's way not cool as a place to start. Okay, moving along to research, you guys. In Autism, the journal Autism by Sage Publishing. Listening to the autistic voice, mental health priorities to guide research and practice in autism from a stakeholder-driven perspective. Okay, very long title. It's coming. It's in the Research Journal Autism, which I believe I already said, and it is a journal article that is coming out of the work of ASSET, which is Autistic. Wait, how did we say it again? ASSET. I don't remember. I'd have to look to remember what it stands for. I don't know, it's gone. It just disappeared. Autistic adults and others, that's what it was. Autistic adults and other stakeholders engaged together is what ASSET stands for. And this group did a bunch of different projects where we collected research data on the information that autistics felt were the most important, the things we wanted to see research on. And this is a summary of what we found. And so we've created a guide, or ASSET has created a guide for researchers going forward, the things that their stakeholders want to see research on. So please check that one out, especially if you're a professional or researcher. Moving along. This was the biggest piece of DUH research we've seen in a long time. We've sort of been exempt from DUH research during this whole COVID thing, but this one was a doozy. It's a good one. So this one came out of Spectrum magazine, no surprise. surprise there. And it is called Environmental Factors Unlikely to Account for Rise in Autism Prevalency. Right. No, the environment has really probably nothing to do with autism, since we're born with the brains we're born with. And it is more than likely almost entirely genetic. Right? And then the rise itself is that our diagnoses have gotten better. It's become more available, more affordable, all kinds of stuff. And because of that, there's a rise in diagnoses, right? So a little bit of research. If you're still thinking environmental factors have anything to do with autism, I'd get off that fence real quick. Okie dokie. Moving on, we had some really nice blogs this week come out. This one I'm going to share with you is by Hunter Hansen. Hunter is, of course, an autistic adult, but he also is just recently a third-time father. So congratulations, Hunter, on the new babes and welcoming that babes to the world. And it's his first time being an openly autistic dad. So yay! I can't wait to see how it goes for you, Hunter. But in the meantime, Hunter writes really, really great articles on LinkedIn. And this one in particular I thought was worth sharing. It's called Let's Get Down to Business When Autistic Attributes Turn from Disadvantage to Strengths. Yes, it does happen, right? So his example in this case, in his story, is all about how his directness, his autistic directness, is appreciated in business. When people just, they don't waste the time. We don't waste time with chit chat, and we get right to business. And that can be appreciated. So I really like this piece. I love his expression, and I love the photos that he always puts with his articles. So Hunter, I hope you feel the love. You are getting a giant shout out from me. Congratulations on the kiddo, and I hope everybody takes a look at your piece, which I will share in the description. Moving on. The next one I want to share with you guys is from the amazing Yenn Purkis. And they wrote about, you don't speak for my child. No, I don't is the title of the article. And it's all about how when we start to categorize autism into mild autism, severe autism, that a lot of parents struggle seeing those of us with mild autism speaking for their child with severe autism, right? And so that the visible support needs are there for their child. And Yenn's response is no, I don't speak for your child. I speak with your child, right? And I don't speak for your child, but guess what, parents? Neither do you. And that's what this piece is about. And it's about the disparity of functioning labels and why we shouldn't be using them, and what kind of, what it really does when we don't use them correctly. So yeah, that's what Yenn's piece is about. I would go check that one out as well if you're looking for some reading. And the next one up, I am so proud of this one, you guys. This is a good one. Shout out giant to Maxfield Sparrow. Max put together 5 artists who are on the autism spectrum to express what independence means to them, both in words, and then they also did art expression. It is a gorgeous piece. Max, so well done. Really excited. I hope you hear this shout out too and feel the love coming from me. It was in National Geographic. It's a collaborative piece, and it's a really, really pretty piece to take a look at. So please have a look at that from the description. This week, guess what? I have 2 memes for you. 2 memes came out this week that were so great that I have to share them with you. First up is from Spectrum Cartoon. And I love Spectrum Cartoon. I hope you feel the love right now. I tell you all the time, Spectrum Cartoon, how much I love your cartoons. And this is no exception. This one was a big old favorite for me. It was a hard relate on this cartoon. And I shared it all over the place. And I now want to share it with you guys who watch here. So take a look at the meme. It talks about how you manage your way through your whole day without wasting your spoons, and you have a few extras, and you're excited that you did it, and you're so proud of yourself, and then one thing happens, and blah, it's all destroyed. And I loved it. I really felt it, especially with the week going the way I had. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, a new one from Chris Bonnello of Autistic Not Weird. He again addresses the not everyone is somewhere on the autism spectrum issue, and why not. Really well put together, Chris. Shout out and love to you. You guys can take a look at that in the description. moving right along, and we are actually I only have this week one resource and no events, so I don't know what's going on. But if you guys have events going on, things you're doing, or things you see that are going on, please share them in Newsstand so that I can share them with everybody else. But as far as resources go, what I do have for you guys this week from adult advocacy centers is a pattern to make a mask with the clear front. So that if you're struggling and you need to, if you're someone like me who sometimes struggles with auditory processing, I watch lips a lot, and also those of us who are hard of hearing, etc. And it makes it a lot easier. And so if you are in need of one of those or want to make some to donate somewhere, there's now a downloadable pattern available to you from adult advocacy centers, and I will give you a link to that. And that is about it for me here today in terms of news. All I've got left is what I'm busy doing, and I will share that with you real quickly, and then I will let you be on your way. Okay, real quickly from me. First of all, I had a piece come out this week in Autism, Health, and Well-Being. It was called Creating a Mindful Morning Routine. It is all about the importance of knowing yourself and how you function at certain times of day. And so I hope you will take a look at that and love it and read it and share it and all of that fun stuff. What else did I have? My interview with Autism Grown Up, the podcast with Tara Regan, came out this week. I was so excited to be able to talk to her about self-defined living and a bunch of other things that helped me get there. And we had a really fun conversation. So I hope you guys will take the time to pop over and listen to my interview with Tara on Autism Grown Up. And what's next? Oh, last up, a few little reminders. First of all, Asking Spectrum Women, which is the monthly Q&A that I do for the Spectrum Women Magazine YouTube channel, is coming up. My recording is coming up. So if you have questions you'd like to have me answer for that, please go ahead and send them to me at info@beccalaurie.com, or of course you can comment wherever you're putting this video. I'll be recording that one next Friday, so get me your questions this week and I might just be able to get to them. What else? Newsletter. My June newsletter is going to be putting it together on Monday, and then it'll be coming out the week after that. If you think you might be interested in my course, there will be a discount in the newsletter, as well as some other new things that I've got going on, and of course, whatever topic, because I'm not going to tell you today, not going to ruin the surprise. Whatever my topic is for the month will also be there. My tips, my tricks, the kind of some articles to back you up, maybe a TEDx talk here or there, but kind of to get you inspired for the month of June, and also give you a discount to my courses, which I'm going to tell you about right now. So like I said a while ago, I did an introductory webinar to self-defined living, which is a personal development tool that I've developed for autistic adults. And now my full course is out and is going to be coming out through September. It is a 3-unit virtual course where I cover how I kind of built my life this way, the tools and tricks that got me there, and how you can do it too. If you want to create for yourself a quality of autistic life that you love, your best life being your most authentic self, if that sounds like that's for you, please head over to my website to the webinars tab and take a look at the unit packages I have available. Get yourself registered. Of course, they will be available recorded after the fact, but if you sign up for the live recording, you get access to the live Q&A that will follow each unit. So please take a look at that. I hope you guys are interested. I'm going to be working really hard this coming week to get some sponsorships so I can give away some scholarships to you guys for this stuff. And see if I can't get some of you in. But I did work super duper hard on budgeting it and breaking it down into kind of packages that are good for any budget. So please take a look at it. And if you need an even further discount than that, right now, head over to my website, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get the June newsletter, and in it, you will get a further discount. The first unit is going to be recorded live on June 10th. Exciting. I'm so excited that I was able to do this, you guys. I love that I got quarantined and I got to really have the time to work on it. I am thrilled to be able to share it with you guys. And that's it for my stuff. That's it for the neurodiversity news. I am right now gonna go have some lunch and then I'm going to put on PJs and relax and watch TV because I am beat. I hope whatever you guys decide to do, you have an amazing weekend. Don't be afraid to share it with me. I love knowing what it is you're up to, and I love knowing your feedback on my content. I love that stuff. So you can email me directly at info@beccalaurie.com and let me know if I missed something, or if you have an event going on you'd like me to share, or questions you'd like me to answer, topics for the live stream, any of that stuff. I would love, love, love to have that from you guys, as well as thumbs up if you like what I'm doing, thumbs down if you don't. Your comments, your shares, I appreciate all of it, and I love connecting with you guys. Have an amazing weekend. I will see you on Tuesday for my next live stream at 2:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Becca's Backyard Live, and I will see you next Friday with the next installment of Neurodiversity Newsstand. I'm Becca Laurie Hector, and I am out of here.